From Rags to Riches, the story of Ethan Carter. Ethan Carter grew up in a rundown neighborhood where every meal was a struggle and every dream seemed too expensive to afford. His father had passed away when he was 10, leaving his mother to work long hours as a seamstress just to keep the lights on. Ethan learned early that if he wanted more in life, he had to fight for it. At 16, he took a job washing dishes at a local diner, saving every penny he could. He often watched the restaurant owner, Mr. Dawson, manage the business. The secret, Mr. Dawson once told him, is to see opportunities where others see nothing. Those words stuck with Ethan. One evening, as he was cleaning up, Ethan overheard a conversation about a new trend: organic street food. An idea sparked in his mind. What if he could start a food cart selling homemade organic sandwiches? But with no money and no connections, it seemed impossible. Determined, Ethan borrowed $500 from a neighbor, promising to repay it within a year. He bought a second-hand cart, spent nights making recipes with his mother, and set up his stand outside an office building. The first few weeks were brutal. Barely anyone stopped by. People dismissed him as just another street vendor. Then one rainy morning, a businessman in a hurry stopped to buy a sandwich. Impressed, he returned with his colleagues the next day. Word spread, and soon Ethan's tiny cart had lines stretching around the block. Within 2 years, he had opened his first cafe. By the 5th year, he owned a chain of restaurants across the state. But he never forgot his roots. He made it a point to hire people from struggling backgrounds, giving them the same chance he once needed. Standing before a crowd at a business seminar years later, Ethan said, "Success isn't about where you start. It's about how determined you are to rise. I had nothing, no money, no privilege. But I had 2 things, a dream and the will to chase it. That's all you need." His words echoed in the room, igniting hope in those who, like him, were still waiting for their chance to rise.